Little Victory Sports Cards here, and today I'm going to give you tips of flaws to look for on cards with examples and a quick pre-submission video. So, the most common question I get on YouTube is, what do I do with all the raw cards that I buy that aren't gradable? The answer is COMC. Check out my cards. I ship them to COMC and I sell them on there. And in the future, I plan on making a whole detailed video about the process of buying and selling on COMC. But in this video, I'm going to go over some flaws on some of these raw cards. All these I'm sending off to COMC. It would take forever if I went through all of them, obviously, that make them ungradable. I also get people always wondering, how do I get such nice, clean gem mint cards online? You know, how is he so lucky when I have terrible experiences buying raw online? The answer is that I am not lucky at all. I'm also receiving awful condition raw cards too, but my trick is straight quantity. I buy probably 50 to 60 raw cards at a time off of these big consigners or sellers on eBay, like Probstein or DC Sports 87, TNT North, or just COMC. And when I receive them back, I would say at least 75% of them are flawed or ungradable. I would say 15% are gem mint, and maybe 10% are just somewhere in between, which I still hold on to. But that flawed 75% I send off to COMC, so a lot of these are there, and sell for at least money back or nice little profits, because I'm sniping auction style auctions, so I'm getting these items for really cheap. Okay, so all of these are examples, like I said, of the flaw percentage that I'll be sending off to COMC. So now I will use some of these to go over the flaws you should look for and avoid when hoping to grade. If you want, at the end, if you want to stick around, I'll quickly go over these and just, you'll kind of get a feel for what kind of cards I send in to COMC, what I like to. Low print, all that kind of stuff. So stick around if you want, and you can look at all these cards. I'll quickly flip through them. But let's go to the examples of the damage, the flaws. All right, so everyone knows that grading companies grade die cuts tougher, especially PSA, but there is good reason for it. So look at this card. It's nice T-Law rookie. Front is flawless, but flip it over, and I'll show you where the damage usually occurs. It's on these ends right there. See that? That is going to bring you down 2 full grades, unfortunately. You can see it right there on that one too. And the reason why this is happening, I will show you. And people need to understand to not do this. Okay, so watch when you put in a die cut into a penny sleeve, just the normal way. You see that right there? See, that's what people are doing, and that's what's causing the uplifting. Do not do that. See that? Yeah, you get the picture. Okay, so to remedy that situation, what I do is when I put these into the penny sleeves, I always just go like this. Just make the entrance larger, easier to access, and you won't hit those, and then gently put them in just like that. So there you go. That's my little tip on that. So unfortunately, this is ungradable. Like I said, 2 grades down because of that. Watch out for those die cuts. All right, the next flaw really frustrates me, and I was really sad about this card too. I bought online on eBay, and it came, so the front, like the T-Law, is beautiful. Just gem mint. Didn't have any weird indents or anything. Oh, it was amazing. But flip it over. All right, we got that dreaded peel up. I don't know what you guys call it, but you can see it all right there, and it always happens on that bottom edge when it does happen. And unfortunately, depending on the severity of it, you get knocked down at, oh, you see that right there too. You get knocked down at least 2 full grades This one's a pretty big one. I honestly think they would give this a 7, especially in combination with that little mark, which I will go over. That's actually my next flaw that I will go over. So yeah, and there's no legit way to fix it. You know, you can't just rub it down because it's like the surface glue is just uplifted. So unfortunately, this is just send off to COMC. It makes it ungradable. Such a cool card. 1 out of 5 too. Gold vinyl Namath. All right, so watch out for those. When you're buying at card shows, look at that bottom edge. In fact, just look at the back of the card for sure. Don't skip that, because the back is actually where a lot of the damage occurs. Okay, next one. Okay, like you saw on that Namath, let's go over those back little, I call them fingernail lines, indents. Here's the Paul Pierce. I'm building this set, so I was really disappointed. The front looked gem, but you can see on the, come on, focus. See right there and right there. So unfortunately, that will knock it down 2 grades. So this, otherwise gem met card, will get an 8. Obviously the severity on these two, these are pretty light, but enough. It's pretty glaring. If you're a grader, especially looking through a loop, yeah, of course you're going to really knock those down. So I see these all the time, and it's frustrating. I assume it's people sorting or flipping through their cards, and their fingernails are just long, you know? They're probably just scratching like that. I don't know. That's what I assume. That's why I call them fingernail indents. You kind of see, like you saw on the Namath, and then there's another one on, yeah, right here too. Look at that. So I'm assuming it's just people that need to cut their nails and are just unaware or don't care, don't think damage happens on the back of the card, but they do. Look at that. And this will knock you, this one might even knock you to a 7. That one's pretty deep. All right, so when you're handling cards, keep nice cut. Clip those nails. Clip those fingernails, please. All right, next one. All right, we're going to discuss the back factory print lines. Very common to these ultra-modern Prism and Optics and Mosaics. You see that a ton. And I always get questions, do the grading companies, specifically PSA, hammer those? Do they knock them down from a PSA 10? And the answer is, it depends on the severity, but most of the time, no. You won't get knocked down from a 10, so you still can get a 10 with those factory print lines, because majority of them have them, if not all of them, for that specific set. So let's see. Yeah, see them right along, right through here, all through this card, right through here. They're not deep, but they're noticeable. See them all? So I always assume that if a card has these, but all other aspects of the card are flawless, then yeah, you have no reason not to get the Gem 10. They'll still give you the Gem 10. Yeah, you can really see them. See them all there? So you're okay with these, but I would say that the rest of the card needs to be flawless, but in this card is not. You can see much heavier on the top than the bottom. So the off-center is already going to bring you down. So honestly, with that centering, I think this card's an 8. So it's a good COMC candidate. I will send it to that. And they'll sell them there. Numbered at 25. So there's my answer on those factory back roller lines. Okay. All right, we have this nice Andre Miller Atomic, numbered out of 100. He was always one of my favorite players. I liked his old man game. He was really good. So I bought this raw. I paid like $60, so I overpaid. I just really loved it. But it came and it had the dreaded worm. I call it the worm. It's like in the printing process, the coating, a little piece of debris, little hair, whatever you want to call it, got in under the coat before the sealing, and look what it formed. You can't get it out. It's stuck in there forever. So unfortunately, the worm costs you 2 grades down. This card would get a 8, a PSA 8. It did have a ding on this top right corner anyway, so I think this is a PSA 8 copy, unfortunately. So I could just keep it in my PC, which I might do. It's just, it would look good in a magnetic case. I don't know. Either way, 2 grades down for the worm. Look out for him. There you go. All right, we're going to get a little old school. I used to set registry this set, and I probably own a whole 5,000 count box of these 87 Fleers. And a lot of them are conditioned like this. Such poor centering and print defects like crazy on this set. If you ever have any questions about the condition of these, what to look for, feel free to message me. I know a lot about this set. So I call these Upmars. You know, they're so common on this 87 set. You can get them on other 80 sets too. So you got some snowing. Snowing are the white marks right there, but the Upmars are these marks right here. I call them Upmars because it's almost like a blotch and then it smear up. And you can really see them on these black background photographs. And it happens on a lot of them. And in a lot of cases, they will bring you down, depending on the severity, at the bare minimum, they'll bring you down 2 grades. This one's pretty severe, so it'll bring you down at least 3 or 4 grades to a 7 or a 6, especially with the centering and everything. Let me show you some more examples just so you can get a feel. Michael Cooper, got him right there. See them all? That black background. And no matter how nice the card is centered, this one obviously is not, but those marks will bring you down. Artis Gilmore. Yeah, he's got some little ones. Dale Ellis. It's a very condition sensitive one, Dale Ellis. So the pop is very low on mint 9s even. See them all right here? Look at all of them. And then I'll show you a minor one on this Mike Evans. See, it's just a few. I guess that's pretty noticeable right there. Boom, boom, boom. And you know what? They don't come off. You know, I've tried microfiber cloths and stuff like that, but nothing. So watch out for those. A lot of people think they have clean 1987 Fleer cards, but oof, even the clean ones will get 8s, even if they have one tiny little smear. So look out for them. Okay, final one we'll talk about today is, I call it the crack out pinch, because I think that's what it's caused by. All right, the final one we'll go over today, I call it the slab pinch, because I think that's what it's caused by. All right, see it? Bottom left, edge corner, right there. And I think that is caused by someone had cracked it out. It was previously in a holder, most likely an SGC. And while it was in the holder, it probably moved around a little bit and got underneath this edge right here. See that? So if it got underneath, that edge, if there's movement, would come over the top and create that indent, which is really annoying. I imagine it happens a lot with, maybe not a lot, but it happens with SGC and possibly PSA slabs, because it also has that little lip, the end right there. See that? So I think it does happen with PSA too. Yeah. So this is another example of it, because it's really sad. This Jokic silver was beautiful, like a gem 10. And I wanted to tell you about those slab pinches. It brings you down 2 full grades to an 8, and that's a perfect example. It got an 8. Otherwise, this card was amazing. So there you go. It's faint, but you definitely can see it right there. So watch out for the slab pinches. Look for that. Always look at the back of the card. I can't stress that enough. Okay. All right, this is just going to be a quick 20 card value bulk submission. The $15 special is no longer going on, so I have to be kind of a little more selective with what I send in. And I'll probably send in 20 cards at a time, each order probably once a week, until they have another great special they got going on. So, Tyreek Hill, this is the Green Ice short print. I like the look of this card. It looked like a 10. Next up, we got the rare red. I like it because the color match with the Chiefs. Super short print retail red. Travis Kelce. Looked like a 9 to me. We got the Jackson Smith. This one looked like a 10. Great looking card. Pulled that one myself. We got a Stroud. I pulled this one myself. I know basic absolute, but I'm sure even a 10 sells pretty well. Figure I might as well grade it. It looked like a 10 through and through. This Quentin Nelson looked like a 10. It's not his rookie, but clean autograph, clean card. It looked great in a 10. It looks like a 10. The Terrell Suggs, numbered out of 10, press proof. In between 9 and a 10. Slightly worried about the centering, top to bottom. Other than that, it looked fresh. Another card that looked great in a 10. Next up, we have a Deshaun Jackson. This one looked like a 10, not one surface scratch. The gold refractor last year of Topps Chrome 2015. 1 of 50. Love the numbering. Great card. Looked like a 10. Jared Allen. This is in between a 9 and 10. Gold refractor at 2012 Topps Finest. Numbered out of 50. Nice looking card. It really has a shot at a 10, so we'll see. This card I made a whole video about, so I'm really excited to grade it. It's amazing. It truly is. I'm going to wait to share too much until the video. Tom Glavine. This has a shot out of 10. Just depends. Has one little kind of X Factor line, but it looks great. Low numbered. So in between 9 and 10 on this one. What is this numbered out of 25? Where's the numbering on this bad boy? There it is. My eyes are bad. Yeah, 25. There you go. This one's pretty common, but I just like the term sheesh. It'll be kind of a, I wouldn't say iconic, but a remembered card, and it'll look flawless. So, LeBron James, I'd like to have this in a 10 for my personal collection. Sheesh. Man, he's having a decent year for the Wizards. I pulled this one. I think he was the 7th overall pick. A lot of factory imperfections to these cards, and this one looked great. So, I don't know. It was just worth it to grade. The Jokic, a little off-centered, left to right, so it's in between a 9 and 10. Most likely we'll just get a 9, but it's numbered out 99. Purple Prism. I like it. Sengun. Or is it Sengun? Either way. It looked amazing. Red, white, and blue. Looked like Gem 10. Westbrook Mojo. Very happy with this one. It looked clean. Looked like a 10. Otherwise, I wouldn't send it. Numbered out 25. Another clean Westbrook. Really nice. This is my favorite year of silver prisms. 2013. They just shine. They pop more than any other year. Trust me on that. I love it. Looked like a 10. And I have some of these clean 2008 Topps Chrome orange refractors. This is LaMarcus Aldridge. He's borderline Hall of Fame. He had a good career. Prices are really low, though. He's soft market. Rasheed Wallace. He's on the Pistons uni. I prefer him on the Blazers uni, but I like them on the Pistons. Look like a 10. All three of these look like 10s to me. This is Ben Wallace, Hall of Famer. It also looked like a 10. And finally, we'll just end on this kind of basic LeBron James 2007 Bowman Chrome. In between 9 and 10. A little worried top to bottom centering, but I don't know. Flawless other than that. So, there you go. Wish me luck on this quick order. It'll be fun to see the grades, especially that Elway. Alright, so let's have a little fun and go over these stacks of cards I'll be sending to COMC real quick. If you see any you like, they'll be probably posted on I have little victories on COMC for sale, but just remember, don't expect gem mint 10s or even mint 9s. Most of these will be PSA 8s or lower. So remember that. Like, I'll show you little flaws. Here's the Camara, really nice card, right? One little flaw right here. I think that'll bring you to an 8. Other than that, the card was nice. But let's look at a few. Lynch, Hopkins, here's a 101 Glennon, some non-sports, 101 tennis, number out of 10, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, color match, the Elway you probably saw in my past videos. You can get a lot of Low print, low serial number. They sell well on COMC. Here's an AK-47 refractor rookie. Champ Bailey. Low number Dobbs. So there you go. Nice cards. Just unfortunately, I can't grade them. I can, but they just won't get good grades. I like that Khalil Mack a lot. Some Mariotas. Valanciunas, Barnes. Some Aldridge. His market is so soft for how good he was. Kristaps, gold auto. Trey Lance. It's a nice looking 20 stripe. Amari. There's an atomic. Shaq. Just had some greening. See that? Old, really old. 1988 Emmett. Tyron. That's such a good card. There's big dings on the back. Cool looking AJ Hawk. Dak Prescott and red 10 patch. Tyrese. Is that a Pete Davidson? I think it's a Pete Davidson. So I don't know. Cool cards. Just unfortunate. Vince Neal. Singletary on card auto. You can see I like low numbered because essentially you get to set the price because you're not going to see them, right? 101 Nick Foles. Hopkins. Some Coach. I use some Andy Reid cards. Some Jordans. This card I actually opened in a retail. Blaster. Look at that. That's absurd. It actually wasn't a blaster. It was a retail pack, but the box. Game of Thrones. Cool. So, at one point, I liked all these cards, and I saw the upside. They just didn't cut it. Stuff like this would do well at card shows, too. If you set up, you don't have to do COMC. I think these would do well at card shows or card shops, No question. This was a bummer. So on DC Sports A7 and Pro Steam, but I see on DC Sports a lot. They come, you can't see surface flaws, right? On the scans. I mean, look at this one. That's insane. Look at this. I received this and there was no on the description describing this flaw at all. So I assumed, look at it like this. It looked great. I was really excited to grade it. Or, receive at least a mint 9 card. Who knows? Here we go. That card was valued pretty high back in the day. Here's a Flacco. Low numbered LeBron. Color match Eli. Okafor. That card was probably a lot of money back in the day, too. I think that's about it, right? So, yeah. These Priest Holmes, Fantasy Machine. Those are the cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. You'll have my normal reveals, but I hope you found the tips helpful. Thank you for watching.